Hello. Thank you very much for listening and watching the Mobility Today live show number 173. We're going to try something new. I know, thanks to Michael Panetta. We're going to try to do this a live video broadcast on YouTube, and we'll see how this goes. And I have my camera going over here, and Mike has his going on, and so does Carlos. So hopefully this will work, and we'll get some more capability of people posting some comments. We want to hear what you think. So that's really important to us. Unfortunately, today we are without Michael Harold. He was having some technical difficulties with his internet. So that's going to be a big miss because I know he had a bunch of stuff that he had gotten his hands on. So we'll have to hear what he has to say next week. But join with me today are my co-host. I have Michael Panetta from
Hello.
YouTube. Michael, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's good to be back. I hate taking weeks off and missing shows, but it's good. I think it's a
Yes.
good thing.
Yes, it is. I enjoyed last week. I had a lot of fun.
You
It was pretty
did a
cool.
great job, both
Thank
of
you.
you. It was it was weird for me. It was the first time I ever didn't do my own show, so
Right.
I appreciate that, and that was quite unique. I thought you guys did a great job, and last minute kind of thing, which was
Yeah.
even better. So,
Oh, that's cool. I appreciate it.
and
I had a
thank
lot
you.
of fun doing it.
I appreciate it, and I know the listeners did too.
Did they?
Uh,
I mean, did they email you? They were like, "It
yeah,
sucks."
no, I didn't
No.
get any complaints.
No complaints,
No,
really.
no,
Wow.
none.
Excellent.
So we'll find out on YouTube when you guys comment below.
Yeah. That'll be real good.
Yeah. We're also joined today with Carlos, also known as It's Me Morpheus on YouTube.
Hey guys, how you doing? What's happening?
Tell you, Carlos, I appreciate you jumping on here, and I know we're doing something different, so I appreciate you firing up the camera and trying this video stream. I think it'll be a good idea. Michael thought about it, and it's been in the back of my mind on being able to provide some video for the YouTube audience, and we'll see how it comes out. But I appreciate you jumping on here too, Carlos.
No, I love it. I love it. Any chance I can get on here, I will be on here, guys. You guys know my situation. Two little girls running around the house. I got lucky and my mom took them for the night. So, it's play night for daddy and I enjoy it. I love it.
That's always nice. That is
Nice.
always nice. Well, a lot of stuff going on for tech here, but one thing I wanted to talk on, which I don't know if either one of you saw this. Did you guys see the lawsuit by Apple to HTC?
Saw it.
Yep.
Well, Apple is supposedly suing HTC for infringing on some of their patents, I guess.
Some.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'll give you my take at the end, but Michael, I'll let you go first. What's your take on it?
Well, I mean, I took a look at some of the things, and I'm paging through here trying to get a quick peek at it and remember what it was. But there were some things like the touch sensitivity. I think they went after the lock screen. There was so many things on there that, I mean, you could really simply just take a look at the patents. Do they have a patent on it or not?
And they did.
And they did. So now it becomes a little sticky. It's like, well, look, that's understandable, but what is your point of doing this?
Right.
Eventually everything
They're
gets...
saying to get to Google. They're
Yes,
using
I
HTC to
believe
get to
that.
Google.
I
Yeah.
believe it.
Good point. Good point. I didn't think of that.
That's what people have been saying.
Right. But at the same time, I think it's like usually when they settle things like these, they have to give some sort of fee to Apple because they're using their idea. But I mean, how many patents have we seen go through with Apple's name on them?
Right.
I mean, every once in a while, like you'll just get like a spurt of things going through that just are like, oh my god, that you could take this so many different ways, and who knows what they're going to use it for down the road.
Well, they're saying the zooms, right? And the pinching and zooming and the flipping. And honestly, I have to agree with them.
I do too.
It's their
Me
patent. I
too.
mean, they created it.
100%. They paid for that patent, which isn't cheap.
Right.
It was a patent. No one was doing it. Yeah. Sue them. I mean, make your money back on that patent that you put out. I mean, it's just the way it is. If I had a patent on MTP Flyers and MTP Flyers is using my name, guess what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
As,
right.
as stupid as it sounds, I'm going to go after you.
Yeah.
No, and
Yeah.
you know what? I often thought that when they were coming out with these phones, when I'm trying to think, who were the my lord, who were the first ones to come out against Apple? Was it a Palm? You know,
Right.
with the pinch and zoom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, wait a minute, isn't that something that Apple thought of? And like, you see the gestures, just these phones coming out, they're mimicking Apple's. Whether it's theirs or not, I don't know. It's something that Apple did. So whenever we refer to it as, it's going to be, well, Apple had that. It's what Apple does.
Right.
And of course, there's many things that Droid does and Palm does that Apple doesn't do.
Sure.
And, but there are a lot of things, like when it would come out, I'd be like, wow, that looks really similar.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had patents to all that stuff, and I guess it's something you have to do. You got to be real careful with it.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I noticed things like that before, and, maybe I joked about it in the past, but I don't remember, I'm sure people have mentioned it when they saw it.
HTC says this, though. They say they've been making phones. This is what cracks me up. It says, we've been making phones for HTC. It's been making innovative smartphone for 13 years. No, it hasn't. I don't. It's been making smartphones, right? Phones. But, we're talking the last 3 or 4 years, it's been creating interfaces with TouchFlow for Windows mobile devices.
Right.
And then just in the last year and a half, they started making Android-based devices. So I like how they try to use the 13 years of experience.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah. I have to say, I can speak from experience, and I can talk about it now. I worked for a company called Dual Core, which is a small startup company that was creating an ultra-portable computer. I've said it on the show before, that was running Windows Vista and also Windows Mobile 5 on the device simultaneously. So basically, it was a small handheld device running Windows Vista and Windows Mobile. So you can have instant on, access your contacts, access your calendar, and you'd have a 3G radio. HTC, we were working with them. I sat in meetings with their CEO, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And clearly we showed them all of our plans of what we were looking to do. And also the VIA processor, which is a processor they were near and dear to them because his wife, the CEO of HTC, his wife is the president of VIA. Okay, VIA Technology, which is a processor, the VIA processor, V7 processor. Okay. During those conversations, we had it, and as time went on, we were having problems getting funding, and HTC was dragging their rear end, and they were back and forth with VIA was back and forth saying, well, we're not sure if we want you to use the processor, blah, blah, blah. And then we had the rights. Well, what happened was we were having problems with funding, and HTC created their own ultra portable computer.
Right.
Okay. And on that ultra portable computer, they were running Windows Mobile and Windows Vista.
Your idea.
Yeah, they totally stole it. All right. So here's my CEO, and I still talk to Brian. Belly up, millions and millions of dollars into this company, falling short because of the economy falling. And here they go because they got all the money now, and now they announced the HTC Shift. And we're going, wait, we're going to protect that. That's ridiculous. Even though we're not in business, that you're stealing our idea because the idea that we had the patent on was, instant on with the capability of using both sides of the hard drive. So if you're in Windows Mobile, you can see the hard drive. If you're in Windows Vista, you can still, you can access it both ways. And that's the technology they stole from us.
Right.
But what happened was Dual Core, the CEO, just ran out of money. And we couldn't do anything.
And they didn't get nailed. Yeah,
right.
Exactly why I think Apple's going after HTC, because
do it all the time.
Their pockets aren't as deep.
Yeah. And they do it all the time, though. HTC does this before. They take on the little guy, and they steal their ideas. And now they've screwed up because now they've overstepped their boundaries. I think with their interface on Android, I truly believe it is cutting the line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, some people might say, "No way, you're nuts." HTC has a right. If they don't own the gesture, I'm like, well, kind of they do. They do.
Right.
And I hope that HTC Apple doesn't drop this suit because it'll be very upsetting if they do.
Mm-hmm.
Because Apple deserves to. They have
Right.
Now, what's this going to do to the future of cell phones now, though? You know what I mean? Are they going to cost more money? Are they going to be longer in between we get new phones now because they're going to check patents? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
what's this going to do to the future of smartphones now?
Yeah.
Has it ever stopped them before, to be honest with you? I mean, how many times have we seen patent laws being broken? And what I mean by that, infringements on patents.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these things go on and on and on and round in court. Wasn't Nokia suing Apple? I mean, I think I saw that come back up again on Engadget
Yeah.
a few days ago, maybe last week, where that came up. And, I didn't even look at it. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like it goes on and on to the point where doesn't it really become at some point counterproductive for the people who are trying to sue, spending all that money to get money back?
Not for Apple.
No, not for Apple, but I'm
Apple
thinking a
will do
company
it.
like Nokia. Apple will just let it go, and
Mm-hmm.
Nokia will spend all their money. I mean, at that point, it's like, man, guys. I mean, I understand that you want to protect your items, but if it's been going on that long, apparently it's not that cut and dry.
Right.
Yeah, but it's like, you're saying spend money. They're going to have to do something though, Mike, because they can't continue to do this. They can't continue to steal, and that's what they're doing. They're stealing.
Right.
Correct.
The patent office is there. I can go to my local city hall, open up the books, and see the patents there before I even come up with an idea for,
Yep.
an idea. Before I come up with finalization on a product or something.
Yeah.
I'm sure Uncommon, they went ahead and patent the way they put their pictures on the back. They imprint them directly to the case. You know what I mean? It's not painted over, it's impregnated into the plastic.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have a patent on that.
Yeah.
And if they don't, they're stupid. Just like Textra. Textra has a patent on the way they put their leather on their case. Let one person try to do the same thing. Guess what? Lawsuit.
Yeah.
And they're going to win.
Yeah. Well, that is a good point, and I wonder myself how far this will go.
Mm-hmm.
HTC is I don't I have no reason. I've never had I never got over what they did to the company I worked for. I mean, I put my life in hold for a year and a half, and for this company, and flew to San Francisco every week, from Monday to Thursday, come home Friday. And for what?
So they can rob you.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't like backstabbing, but that's truly true. It's true. And if I wanted to, I can get Brian on this podcast, and he'd tell you the same thing, the CEO.
Exactly.
But again, he's came to the conclusion it's not worth the fight because it's going to cost him millions and millions of dollars, and just, where's it going to get him?
And that's what a lot of these places bank on, that they don't sue,
Yeah.
that it'll just be
And that's what they're doing.
over.
You're right, Carlos. That's exactly what HTC is doing.
But I think this is Apple's way of getting to Google, you know what I mean, with the whole Android thing, by nailing HTC to the wall. And they're going to do it.
Yeah.
They didn't come this far to just back down now.
Yeah.
Or maybe they will settle out of court. Who knows? Maybe they'll go, look, you know what? You can use what you got, but the next generation of your phone cannot use any of our patents. You know what I mean? Whatever it may, I don't know how they're going to settle this.
I did want to talk about a couple other things here. First of all, I did get the Motorola Devour.
Okay.
From Verizon.
Nice looking phone too.
Yeah, it was using. I was using. It has the new Moto Blur.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not familiar with the Moto Blur, what that does is it will enable you to upload, all your settings to Motorola's site. So all your email settings, the way the phone.
Like their cloud.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's like Mobile Me.
Okay.
For the iPhone. And if you lose the phone, or say if you misplace it, you can log on their site and see where the phone is. So you have that GPS navigation to see where the phone is. So, and you can also remote wipe.
A la Apple.
Yep, exactly. And what I liked about it, yes, it's running the older Android OS.
Is it free?
Moto Blur?
Yeah.
Yeah. It comes with the phone. The service does, yes. And that's a big plus.
Okay.
But what I like about it is it's a snappy phone. It's fast. Um, the phone itself, it doesn't have a really high powered processor compared to like the Nexus One. But what I liked about it, it kind of reminds me of the what am I thinking of the flip, not the flip, the text messaging
Sidekick.
sidekick. It reminds you of the sidekick.
Mm-hmm.
The way the keyboard's set up and how it slides up, and not only that, how fast and snappy, and it's really geared towards social media. So all the times your Twitter feeds are updating, so as all the people you're following, you'll see it real time just change with everyone's tweets. Same thing with Facebook; it'll do the same thing, and then it also does it with news. So it's really I like what they did with the home screen for social media, and it's a very fast phone. I don't know what they did, but it's an underpowered processor, but it's a really nice phone. And if you were to ask me if I were to rate Android phones, which ones are the better ones, I'd say obviously Nexus One is the best. And then I'd probably say the Devour is probably up there with the Droid.
I'd have to
Just
say that. I didn't even get to try the darn thing yet.
yeah, I like it. I like it.
I played with the Droid. Some guy had one at work, unlocked. He paid like $700. He had it on T-Mobile, but he still didn't have 3G on it.
Right.
No, they don't. They don't have 3G yet.
I mean, it was
No, it
pretty
won't.
fast, but it was on edge. And
Same thing with the Nexus One. Same way. You can run an AT&T, but you won't have 3G. It's slow. Obviously you're on the slow network, but I you know, I like the Aris. The Aris Droid Aris was one of my favorite. When I rank them out, I'd probably say Nexus One. Droid Aris is close with the Devour. And then I'd say probably the Droid itself is down there too. But I have to say I am enjoying the Devour, but the problem with the Devour is a thick phone.
Mhm.
It's not the most slim phone there is out there. It's just it's interesting. I just got this in, and Carlos, I don't know if maybe you'd be interested in this.
Talk to me.
There's a rumor that Sony is developing a PSP phone to challenge the iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know you have the PSP. And
Yeah.
you're a big fan of it.
Yeah.
I saw that. It looked like it was two devices. I wasn't quite sure what that was supposed to mean. Like, it didn't look like they matched.
Really?
I don't know.
Well, how about this one? How about that the iPad may be a cellular phone? I mean, what's that all about?
Right.
Right.
Is it true what they're saying that because it is a mobile device using
It has to have a
iPhone,
cellular.
it has to have the emergency call out, but that
Yes.
doesn't mean that you can make calls on the thing. Not that
Right.
I'd want to, but it's nice to know that you can bang out a call if you need to. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Right.
Let me ask you something, Carlos. I mean, I know we don't really talk about gaming, and that's one of the things. Obviously, that's for me lately. I'm going crazy. I just bought I'm a great father. My youngest son's birthday is Saturday, right? And he has the DS Lite.
Yeah.
And he loves his DS Lite.
Yeah.
And my son never asked for anything really. He's not, he's just happy. You can give the kid a baseball, a pack of baseball cards, and he loves it, right? So I said, you know what? Let me do this. I went to the store and I bought him the DSi, right? And the funny thing is here's what I did. My son is so finicky that if he puts the DS Lite on his counter, it's in a certain spot. If someone moves it, he knows it,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I'm like, great. If I had to trade in his DS Lite because I wanted to do the upgrade because GameStop had a $30 additional trade-in value on it, so they gave me $75 for the DS Lite.
Okay.
So I go in there and I trade it up. I said to my wife, "What?" I said, "We're gonna have to give him the DSi tonight." She's like, "No, you're not." She goes, "We're gonna give it to him on his birthday." I said, "He's gonna flip."
Mm-hmm. Not
said,
knowing where it's at.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah. So you want to know what I did? I told him I stepped on it.
Oh.
I said I stepped on it and cracked it. I had to go in for a repair. We should have it back by Sunday.
Oh, he was pissed.
You know what he said though? He was like, "You did?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "All right, Dad, it's okay. Don't be mad." And I thought that was really cool. Like, wow,
Yeah.
instead of thinking of himself. So my story here is that I've been looking at different devices, and I was looking at the touch, I got my older son in April. I'm getting him the iPod Touch. But the PSP has always been one of those things that amaze me. And one of the questions I have for you though is, do you feel satisfied with the amount of games they have available on it?
I would still do the DS Slim.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the PSP Slim. Yeah, I got the PSP,
Yeah.
downloadable one, because
Yep.
it was the latest and greatest. But the prices on the games that you can get now for the PSP Slim,
Yep.
and it feels like you're holding on to something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus you got to be very careful with that PSP Go,
Yeah.
and and I am, but I mean, we're talking about your younger son here.
Yeah.
I would definitely still do the Slim. You can get a really nice package with the God
But
of
do you think
War.
though, are you satisfied though with the amount of games they came out with for the PSP Go?
No,
Okay, that's what I thought.
no, I'm not. I'm not.
No,
I feel like they let like they stopped. You know what I mean?
right.
They saw what the sales were like, and they're going to continue to put games out for the Slim,
Mhm.
but they totally stopped the development for games on that, which isn't a first. I mean, every Sony product that's come out, from that old, the mini disc player that I bought, that
Yeah.
went obsolete within a month of having it. Um, for some reason, I would definitely do it. I was actually pricing the PSP Slim the other day.
Yeah.
Just to have it, you know what I
Yep.
mean? Because that one I could toss it in my glove box, toss it in my bag, not worried about scratches, because I had my PSP Go.
The Slim
But-
takes the disc though, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I had the PSP and I traded it in last week. How ironic that was. Just because I had the original PSP.
Mhm.
And I'm big into gaming. What I thought was weird and opened my eyes was the PSP Go didn't even have Modern Warfare for it. But
Mhm.
meanwhile, the DS does.
Mhm.
And I'm going, wait a minute. How cool would the PSP Go be for Modern Warfare? It'd probably look great.
Yeah.
But they didn't do it. And that's what opened my eyes. I said, let me put the brakes on.
I think they quit on it.
Yeah,
I really think they quit on it.
That's why I was like, yeah, I'm going to hold back on this, and I'm not going to go down that road. So, I know it's for me. I wound up doing the touch for my son, and I locked that thing down, and then I went
Awesome.
the DSi for my other my younger son. I mean, I love tech. They love tech. So
Let me tell you something. My girls are 3 years old, and
I
they
know
take
you got
care.
them too, right?
They take care of their iPod Touches. They know
Yep.
that they can't sleep with them because they could get them wet. When
Yep.
they eat dinner, they put them on the floor next to them.
That's
They
great.
have a case on the phone and then a little pouch that they put them into.
Yeah.
And these are 3-year-old girls, and they understand these are big gifts, and they got to take care of them and put them in their pocketbooks when they're not playing with them. Screen shields are already torn to hell, but I'd rather the screen shield be torn to hell
Yeah.
than the screen itself.
Yeah.
And these girls understand everything there. They get to their music, their videos, their games. They love it, and I'm happy we bought it for them, because trips now are not. Are we there yet? It's man, I gotta
here already?
stop. Yeah, they love
And there's
it.
great apps for the kids. So
Oh
that's
man, the educational games I
Yep.
got for them. There's
Yep.
flashcards where they can trace the letters, double tap, bring
Yep.
it back. Awesome games for
that's
it.
great.
Yeah.
Speaking on the gaming, Carlos, I know you have the Turtle Beach headsets, right?
Yes.
Turtle Beach just announced a new one, the Force X11. A little different design, little change in the ear cups.
Okay.
They announced the X11, so that one's a little bit different. And then they also announced I think it's the PX21, which is for the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and
Yeah.
PC gaming. And again, I mean, they're supposed to be sending me them, so it'd be interesting to see what I on it. But my point is I can't. With me, I wish they would just stick with the wireless. I just think the wireless technology is so much better
Yeah.
on my X11s that I don't have to have a cord run into my Xbox.
I thought I was going to go ahead and plug into the back of the Xbox and forget about it.
Yeah.
But there are RCA jacks that have to go from the
Yes.
back of the from the back of the Turtle Beach to the back of the TV, and It's a little bit of a setup, but it's not bad. And
No.
I tell you what, I love it because my girls go to bed at 9, 10. I can kill the volume on the TV and still have that great surround sound while I'm playing, COD.
The X21s are now, they're fully black
How
design.
much?
Let me take a look. I think they said
Same price point, 149, 139.
Doesn't say. I don't recall seeing it. No, they didn't. They didn't announce a price yet.
Did you get your headphone cable for them?
Yes, I did.
And are they tighter?
A little bit. Not as tight as I want them.
I want them.
I just wish they'd make it tighter. And I even went to the store and I tried a couple of them. They were still like, because when I play, if you jerk your head a certain way, like, come on, or something, it just pops right out.
Either pops right out or you lose connection. You got to find yourself, pushing it back in.
Yes.
I even went as far to put a little bit of tape on that front piece just to see if it'll hold it in place. But that's cheesy. I paid $149 for these things.
I agree.
I expect them to work, at least like a $90 pair of headphones.
I agree.
The surround sound is awesome. The mute to chat is great. But that cable, man, it pops out. That's cheesy. That was a letdown for me. Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. Mike, I'm sorry for not keeping you, but if you play Modern Warfare once in a while, you might be able to.
He actually had my headphones on, and when he threw my headphones on, he was like, "Wow, that sounds awesome."
Thanks, appreciate it.
So he knows what Turtle Beach is all about.
Thanks a lot.
I had to bust his chops, Carlos.
You know what? I'm gonna go over here now.
How about Mike? How about we bring up a topic that's interesting to you? Come on, it's the least we can do.
All right, Mikey, go ahead. Shoot one off. Let's talk iPad.
Am I supposed to come out now?
Yes.
Oh, hey, everybody. How's it going? That'll all make sense in a couple days. Just bear with me.
Everyone in the chat room, they're saying there's a delay on the vids. Just refresh the
yeah, that's what I was saying. I was trying to tell that to them.
And I dropped my audio just so everyone knows.
Epic fail.
My level's down. I dropped them down. So
yeah, they were all freaking out earlier. It's too loud.
Yeah, well, I dropped them down, so my levels were too high.
That's all good. No, I was enjoying you guys talking like that. That's fine.
No, I know. I had to just. You were moderating the chat room.
I had to moderate the chat room. Snooky was in there taking control earlier.
Snooky, is that from the? Oh, I won't go there.
No, don't, please.
That's a different podcast. So let me ask you this: there's been delays, the rumor, on the iPad.
You know what?
Oh, I hope not.
I mean, seriously, come on. How much of a delay are we really going to get?
Okay, I'll tell you what the story is. All right?
Yeah, the story. That's all it is. It's a story.
And talk about what the CEO over at AT&T was saying.
Yeah, there's two things here. Carl, that's a good point. Our checks in Taiwan indicate some minor delays on the iPad. The manufacturing of iPads was supposed to pick up in February, but volumes even in March are still low. Current volumes are much lower than the market expected, but most checks are indicating minor delays. The delays do not appear to be a glass or manufacturing process delay. Right? So that's what we're hearing for the delays.
Okay.
And that's from analysts over at Think Equity have a bit of an iPod scooplet. So that's coming from them as a source. Now, AT&T, which I'm still confused with this whole.
Yeah, I would. I mean, why would he say that? You know what I mean?
The iPhone company CEO, AT&T's CEO says well, this is another thing. Most iPad owners will be using Wi-Fi connection anyway. So he's thinking that, and thinking about it, I might agree, but I think what he's thinking is most people are going to be carrying an iPad with them outside their house.
Right.
It's the size. And I can probably agree with it. You're going out to grab a burger or something like that. It's like, you're not going to grab your iPad, you're going to grab your iPhone.
Right.
So to a certain point, I can understand that. But for him to say that, I just think it makes him look pretty stupid.
And what was he saying about that? People don't want to get into a contract. I thought there was no contract. It's a month to month.
Yeah, let me see.
If you read the Gizmodo article, he was saying that people don't want to get into a contract I'm thinking there is no contract. We're going month to month on this, unless AT&T is switching, whatever.
No,
Yeah.
I think he said that because they're not offering a contract, which
Right.
is the reason why they didn't offer a contract, because he feels that they would rather sell
Correct.
the product than lose the product completely.
Gotcha.
So,
Correct.
I agree. I think wherever I can get a Wi-Fi signal, I'll be using the Wi-Fi instead.
Right.
And, Carlos and I talked about this, as far as getting, what we have now, a data card, or getting, what's that called again? The Sprint, what is it? The Max or the Boss, whatever that. Basically,
Overdrive.
like the Overdrive, which is their version of the MiFi. You basically create your own Wi-Fi network.
Yeah.
But on 4G.
But on 4G, which would be so much better. So,
right.
But wherever I can pick up Wi-Fi, I will. And AT&T is offering that, I guess, is free. So I don't know exactly what that's supposed to mean or how they're supposed to know who's an AT&T customer and who isn't.
Right.
But we'll see how that goes. But, I'll be pretty much using mine as Wi-Fi. And whenever I need to do something, it'll be nice to have that 3G capability on there to do that. And it's nice I don't have a contract. If I'm not traveling, I'm probably gonna cancel it for the month and not use it.
Well, I'll tell you this. This is what I'm gonna. I mean, I know we're kind of drifting here, but I think I'm going to use the 3G more than anything, and I'll tell you why. There is an app on the App Store called iScore, and it's for baseball, and it's for people who do the scorebooks for baseball games. And me being a coach for a travel team, I was using this application on my iPhone. Well, they've added a functionality where, as you're using your iPhone, you can actually have it as a real-time game cast. So I have a special hyperlink that I can send to all the parents on the team, and they can send it to their relatives, and they can watch the game, not watch the actual physical game, but watch the game cast like you can see on ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
And it all's coming from my phone. So if my son pitches a pitch and it's a ball, you'll see a little location with the ball, and it says ball.
4G. You got to do it this. You got to do this.
But what I'm saying is, think about how great that will be to use that app on the iPad while I'm sitting in the dugout.
That's cellular. Yeah, you got to do it, man.
They'll be sitting there watching the game. They can follow the game from their desktop PC and watch pitch by pitch.
It's a whole new experience.
Yeah, real time of what's going on. So if any of you who watch baseball, follow the previous, they don't show a lot of the games live. So what you do, you have to watch the game cast, which shows you pitch by pitch what's going on. That's what this app does for you now. So I'm excited. I'm like, wow, you see the whole field. You point to which base it went to, and that's it. That's where I see these iPad. Those types of applications are priceless for me, at least. Than just sitting there using my iPhone to do it. Yeah, I could do my iPhone too, but iPad would be much bigger, and I'm going to use 3G for it. That's for sure. I don't know. I mean, but you can think of the numerous applications that they're going to use for this. Think in medical. Nurses walking around.
That's what they're using right now. When we took Amy to the hospital for her pneumonia, they were all walking around with tablets.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
And it's not really a tablet; it's a laptop that the screen flips around on. So I mean, it was still a 9-pound piece of machine.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh my God, I can't wait to see that tablet. I really can't.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Those little. They went to the touches for the Apple Store when they check you out. Those iPads are being fitted for that software.
Oh yeah.
And they're so going to be using those to type up orders.
Which one is that?
At the Apple Store.
Yeah.
Instead of using the interface to type up your stuff, they're going to have a case around it, slide the card down. I mean, the thing's going to be set up to the point like they'll have it like around their neck, and they'll just be able to pick it up and just do your thing, and then just drop it down, and they're done. Or put it to the side, like a pouch, side pouch. They just swing it up, do what they need to do, put it back in the pouch, and just let it hang there.
Well, I did receive some information, and I never got it up on mobility today. From what I'm hearing, sources, the release date will be 6 p.m. on Friday, March 26th.
Yeah, that's what I heard going around.
Yeah.
Really? That on a Friday?
They've done that before, and supplies will be limited, obviously.
Of course. So when's the pre-order go up? That's the most important thing.
Where do we get this, at Apple or at AT&T?
And I'd say it's at Apple. I don't think AT&T is going to be selling these things. Do you?
I don't know. There's
You got to go with their service, right?
Yeah.
Maybe to start, it'll just be Apple, but
the tablet can be available at Apple stores and Best Buy locations as well.
Say Best Buy. I thought, Best Buy's in that. Yeah, what would AT&T really do with that besides
make a mess?
There's a lot of Apple fans that work at the AT&T stores.
Yeah.
So I guess they didn't get jobs at Apple.
Someone, Donnie B, saying AT&T 30 days after. So I don't know if that's.
I don't know.
And then dude from Ukraine is saying, I heard the iPad will be limited to the U.S. because of shortage of or something like that. It'll be interesting either way. No matter what happens, I think we'll all be on the bandwagon, waiting and either waiting in line or ordering online. I know I will be, but again, I don't know if I want to wait for the 3G version.
I'm not waiting for the 3G version.
No. Sure. You sure?
Don't start with me.
Well, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna buy one and then buy another one?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to my wife actually because I know she's gonna want one.
There you go. That works.
I'm making some modifications here, guys, so everybody in the room's like, "What the heck's he doing?"
What is he doing?
I'm trying to plug something in.
There you go. Another interesting tablet iPad story came out. iPad to spur tablet sales to 10.5 million in 2010. Apple's iPad could drive total tablet sales for the year as high as 10.5 million devices, Gartner analyst said today.
How about Dell's version? Did you see that?
Their tablet?
Yeah.
I did. I saw also the HP one too.
Yeah, it's a little bit smaller, but the resolution is nice. I don't know about HD video on these things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Battery's just going to go to hell. It's nice to have,
yeah.
But I can't see me watching an HD video on that thing.
Unless you have a huge battery pack on it, 5400 on it.
Yeah, like a big Hypermac or something.
Oh man. So listen, let's do some picks of the week. I'm gonna just really give you time, both of you, some time to think of something. But I have my pick of the week. There, Mike's just taking a picture of himself.
Huh? No, I didn't. That wasn't me.
So my pick of the week this week, it's going to be a hard one for me, just based on I'm caught in the middle here. One being it's not going to be more of a tech-related pick of the week. So for me, it's going to be a game, and it's going to be MLB 2K10 for the Xbox 360. And you might say, why? I really think 2K Sports did an unbelievable deal here, and this is what they've done. If you buy 2K10, you get a $30 coupon for a Fathead Junior. So, for kids, if they want to get a Fathead, you get a free Fathead. They pay the shipping, and you get to pick out of 12 different Fatheads.
Nice.
Which is really nice. And then you also get, when you play the game, there's an option. If you pitch a no-hitter, a perfect game, you can win $1 million.
Wow.
So think about it. I mean, there are some terms and conditions. You have to video it from the time you turn the console on. You cannot pause it. You cannot walk anyone. It's got to be a perfect game. But think about it. It's almost like Willy Wonka with the $1 million ticket, right? I thought that was really smart marketing. So if you think about it, I paid $59 for the game. I got a $30 coupon inside of it. Someone else, Ram on Twitter, was nice enough to give me another coupon code for my other son. So that's $60 worth of Fathead Juniors, right? And then Carlos suddenly fell over in a chair.
That's podcast gold right there.
Battery died on my camera for some reason.
So
because the battery ran out.
Oh, That's funny. He could just go black on that for a minute, and then we can just bring him back on. So I have to say, MLB 2K10, 2K Sports, you did a great job. Great game. Also, great features. $30 coupons inside of video games,
Great
along with the
concept.
opportunity to win $1 million bucks. That's my pick of the week.
Excellent.
So, Michael Panetti, it's yours.
Okay, so I do have a pick of the week, which is not necessarily, I guess it is tech related, but it's more towards the film and editing side. And I just recently, per Carlos's advice, I went ahead and ordered 2 kinds of lit lenses for my JVC camera that I'm actually using for my views and whatnot. And what I have on there on my camera right now that I use for reviews is actually a widescreen angle, and I got them through a company on eBay, and they're actually called Digital Concepts. And actually, I'm going to show this to you guys right now. The one that you're seeing right here is actually the telephoto, 2x telephoto lens, and I mean, this boy's got some weight to it. So this is a lot like what the wide angle lens looks like, or the wide angle lens. But I tell you, it adds at least, I mean, literally.
It's a good lens too. It's really good glass.
Oh, it's perfect, and there's no halo effect around the outside. In fact, I'm recording this right now in the room. You guys will know what I'm talking about later, but I'm actually recording myself right now, and literally, if you take, I'm looking at the camera right now. I would figure where my hands are, about that much is being added just specifically because of that lens.
Yeah.
So I mean, it literally adds a good, I would say a good half-inch, literally to your shot, a half-inch to an inch, and of course as that spreads out, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing, and I got them for like $45. I got the telephoto. I got the wide-angle lens. I also got some filters, which really work for outside. 3 kinds of UV filters. So I'm going to try those out and see exactly what's doing. I did notice one thing when I filmed my privacy screen shield review. In the beginning, it seemed like the focusing was having a problem staying steady. And as soon as I pulled something close to it a little bit, so I just may have to set that a little closer to the desk to stop that from doing that. I don't know. I'll have to mess with it. But after I did that, it stopped for the rest of the video. So I was pretty impressed with it. And like I said, I'm going to leave it on there. I'm going to try it out. And extremely impressed for 40-some bucks. So pick of the week for me is it's from Digital Concepts. And if you just look for them on eBay, if it's something you're looking for, it's specific to my camera. And it works, works on there perfect. I had a little adapter to put on there, and it worked out great. So it's helping me out. It's making things look a little bit better, and I can fit more on there on the desk when it makes it seem like everything's too close to the camera.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Works out perfect.
That's great.
I'm good to go.
Very cool. Carlos, it's your time.
I'll tell you what. I just bought Amy a brand new GPS. It's a Garmin Nuvo 265 WT.
Nice.
And let me tell you something. I love my TomTom 2.2-inch screen. I've used it for 3 or 4 years. I love everything there is about TomTom. I was always scared to buy a Garmin or anybody else. I got this from Newegg, and it was a reconditioned. Now, we all know what reconditioned means. Anything you touch or see is brand new. It's pretty much just the internals that are, that are redone and that are reused. And man, this GPS is fast. It's beautiful, very easy to use. I didn't even need the direction booklet. I really like this TomTom 265 WT. It's awesome. I'd say if you guys are ready to upgrade your TomTom or your GPS, you can't go wrong with this one here. It works beautifully.
Got a nice size screen.
Yes, 4x3-inch screen. It's flat. I mean, this thing is, it's almost as thick as the iPhone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If
and
you
new
look
goes
at
for $229.
Yes.
Wow,
I
that's
got it
nice looking.
for $129.
Wow.
And it was reconditioned, which scared me a little bit, but it even came with a warranty.
That's great.
Yeah, I think somebody bought it at Newegg, wound up turning it back into Newegg because they wanted something better or more expensive or cheaper. I don't know, but
Yeah.
it works awesome. And the hardware, the software that you get from Garmin, Mac or PC, it's beautiful.
Yep.
That's my pick. I'd have to say Garmin. I've been converted from TomTom to Garmin. Yeah.
I like the way Garmin's are set up. I mean, that wider screen, almost like that 16:9 ratio, it just seems like it makes you seem like it's better.
Why don't they put a Garmin app in the App Store, man?
Maybe they want to stay to mobile units. I don't know.
Yeah. That should have been my second pick because I just downloaded the Comcast app.
Oh,
let me tell you something. I can set up my DVR. I can set up from my iPhone. I could be anywhere. Set it up. Kill videos that I've already had. Kill a series. Kill an episode. That Comcast app is really kick-ass. And I saw that there was an update today, so I can't wait to play with it again. Yeah, that Comcast app is awesome.
Guess what the update included on mine, Carlos?
Your area.
Yeah, I have my DVR now. I tweeted a picture off to you.
Nice.
But check it out. This is what it says right now on the app as I opened it up. It says that it's getting my area ready. It's updating my DVRs right now.
Sweet.
Beautiful.
And it says DVR1 is currently synchronizing with my manager. Some of your scheduled recordings may not be visible, but everything is on there. This is just so cool.
Yeah, I love it.
Carlos, the other thing is, just so everyone knows, TomTom's app has dropped down, I think, $50 to $75 now.
Is that the TomTom for the iPhone?
Yeah, that dropped down. They dropped the price today.
I figured they would, right? I mean, eventually.
What was the deal with that? I was waiting for the whole getup because I had heard that if you bought the carry mount, which gave you better reception, it came with a product code so that you can get the app and the case and everything for like less than $100.
Right.
No.
Now there's a couple YouTubers that had to buy the thing for $70 plus buy the app.
Yeah, I didn't see it that. It's now going for $49, $69, and that's it. So it's $50 and $70 now. It's on sale.
What's what's that thing called? A TomTom GPS holder or something like that?
Yeah, I have that. And actually,
how much is that thing freaking running for?
I have it here. I don't have it right here.
I think it was like over $100.
When they first announced it, it was over 100. I think now it's like $79, $80.
So $79, $80 for the.
I have it.
For the mount alone.
For the mount alone, and then another $70 for the kit.
Yeah.
For the app.
But I think the mount actually has something that amplifies your GPS because we all know that GPS on the iPhone. You could be at the corner and it would still be updating.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
It does. I have the TomTom sent me the mount. The bad thing is you can't use a case with it.
Oh, man.
Garbage.
Epic fail. Well, there is one case you could use with it.
Which one?
From NLU Products. You can use the bodyguards.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Semi-case.
And just so everyone knows, thank you, everyone, for the support.
Yes.
Using that coupon code, the MTGen 2010, it's still in effect. I just talked to Dane over at NLU. He's still going to extend it. They're having very, very good success with it, and I truly, truly, truly appreciate everyone supporting the show and ordering their bodyguards and getting their coupon code. It's still on, and truly, they're taking the pre-orders on the iPad Privacy Shield, and if I were you, I'd jump on that opportunity with that code because I don't know how much longer it's going to be there, but I do want to just say thank you very much, everyone who's ordered from them. They appreciate it. I know I appreciate it. I know Mike appreciates it. And Carlos, thank you very much for your support. Just so everyone knows, they are a sponsor, but Carlos is not making a penny off of it.
No, not at all. I don't have to make a penny. Just give me good product and I'll use it, and that's all I ask.
And I appreciate that. And I appreciate your candidness. And I think, Mike, we were talking about this. It was, let's send off Carlos a product and see what he thinks of it.
Right.
And that's it. If it's bad, let him slam it. If it's good, let him talk about it.
Exactly.
And, that's the one thing. I just wanted to throw that out there. I do appreciate everyone's support on that. It means a lot to me because it says that people do like the product.
Mm-hmm.
So
they just got to muster up $20 for one shield and then be scared that you're gonna install it correctly. But I saw Mike's install and I saw your video you did today, Mike, and it seems like it's awesome. I mean, because it's so stiff, as long as you can line up that one corner correctly, it's just going to drop down and the bubbles are going to come out by themselves.
Yeah, and I'm going to go as far as say that you could have an in-case slider, style case, something like that, and that'll drop right in it and help you line it up perfectly. At least the one that I got, the way it was cut.
Just like the Steinhell. The Steinhell screen shields are cut 1 millimeter shorter around the whole edge.
Yeah. So is this.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I hated you for that, Carlos. You know why? Because you never really talked about the screen protectors you were using at the time.
Yeah.
Early, and I see you slide the in case on. I'm like, how is he doing that? It doesn't pull up.
Calm down, Dave.
Yeah, it's a
I hate how much money I spent pulling stupid screensavers off.
You knocked yourself right off the screen there. I have to bring it back in. Hey,
I know.
Slamming your desk.
It aggravates me.
Now you have no arms. What are you doing down there? Hand check.
No, I went to.
Jesus.
Would you stop?
The desk comes up to your chest.
Messages from them. I'm getting like private messages from them, and it's not easy doing this.
Apparently,
you're a mod. You can make him a mod.
Who's this?
You said make MTP Flyers to a mod.
Oh yeah, I sent you a text like a year ago.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I said something in the middle.
As long as it's not a picture. So, all right. Well, I don't know if you guys want anything to touch on anything else. We're kind of running up, believe it or not, already up to the hour. So.
Wow. Yeah, I'm good.
Carlos, do you have anything else you want to touch on?
You guys know where you can reach me. It's me Morpheus right now on Twitter. It's me Morpheus, my YouTube channel. I love what I do, and I hope you guys enjoy what I do because it's still fun and it's awesome. You know what I mean? It's a really good experience, and I love that it's kind of branched out into this podcast. I really wish I can do this with you guys every week because this is my downtime. This is my and we're working here, guys. We're talking tech. We're recording this. This is going to, iTunes, but it just seems like a couple guys at a bar just, talking tech, and that's what it's all about. I love it. I love it, guys. Good idea.
Guys, why don't you do this, Mike? I know I'm going to hand it over to you, but while you let everyone know where to get a hold of you, can you also talk about what Tech Quorum is?
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be great.
First and foremost, guys, obviously, most people in the room, but the podcasters who I would love to see show up on YouTube if possible. You can get me on YouTube at MTP Flyers. M as in Mary, T as in Tom, P as in Paul, Flyers, Flyers. You can get me there where I do most of my tech reviews on, I'm trying to expand it to more, more stuff other than Apple and whatnot. But, you just tend to fall back on what you really enjoy and what you like doing. But we have another channel that Carlos and I have started. And it is, it's taken off pretty darn well. We've got over 4,000 subs in it right now. But we're looking to do something different. And Carlos and I have been talking about this for a while. And something came about the other night. And I've talked to Carlos about it, and it's a go. We're doing it. And what you guys are going to witness is something that I feel like is going to change the way that certain videos are done. And I'm just going to leave it at that. And we're going to do this on the Tech Quorum. And there are a few other things that Carlos has come up with that I believe is going to help as well. And that will be coming. I don't want to give it away because we don't have everything worked out yet. And, just stay tuned, guys. We're doing lots of stuff still for Macworld.
Yes.
We're making contacts with a lot of companies, and they're contacting us, So just be patient. What I mentioned a few seconds ago about, just the things that I came up with, we're going to see that first. And then we're going to move on to the other things that Carlos thought up and to develop the channel. So as the weeks go on, we'll let you guys know what's going on. And you guys are going to be involved. This is not going to be a one-sided thing where, and I'm not going to call it any other YouTubers because what they've done is pretty dang special too.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, you know, we would like to bring you guys in to help us out. It's not going to be
I was just
go
gonna
ahead.
say something to that effect, Mikey.
Right.
I want you guys out there, all these guys in this room right now, get your lighting up to par, get your cameras on a tripod, you know, get your speech right, and you may see your videos over there at the Tech Quorum. You know what I mean? So just go ahead and do your thing, get good at it, and
hint, hint.
you know, we may see, we may see your videos over there at our Tech Quorum. And I say ours as in me, Mikey, and the community. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be, I think we're going to be doing something that no one else is doing. No one else is even, maybe they thought about doing it, but they haven't pursued it. And I'll tell you what, we're going to do it up over there really good. And it's like I said in my one video, it's one place you can go. See all your reviews, all your tech reviews from gaming to hardware to software.
Right.
It's going to be a really nice channel, guys. And again, we may see some of these names, some of these guys that are actually in this channel right now commenting. You may catch their videos over on our channel. So that's pretty much where we're going to leave it right now. But, you know, guys, just, you know, do what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing.
Exactly. Now, with what I have planned going on, we're going to see a little bit here with mobility today, because it just kind of easily made its way over here without even a thought. And it's the first, you know, one of the first things I thought of after I thought it. So, you guys, when we mean you may see some of your videos over on the Tech Quorum, you may see them in a different way. You may be participating in a different way. So, I'm going to leave it at that. And the channel is the Tech Quorum. And many people know what quorum means, but I didn't. I
didn't either.
It stands for group. A coworker of mine, everybody knows who Jason is, came up with the word, and basically it's the tech group, and which rang perfectly for what Carlos and I wanted to do, and it sounds fancy and it sounds cool. So it's the tech, T-E-C-H, quorum, Q-U-O.
Throw the link up there.
Yeah, I will. Q-U-O-R-U-M. And we're going to go ahead and throw the link up there, and you guys can get the information to head on over there. And like I said, you know, don't be surprised if you might see the podcast on there. I'll just leave it at that.
Yes, that's going to be awesome.
I'm going to turn it back over to Dave. So go right ahead, buddy.
Sounds great. And just for those, I'm excited about it. When Mike told me about it, and you know, they've got something good there, and I can tell you this: it's gonna be really good. So you don't want to miss it. It definitely is gonna be a big hit, I think. It just shows you 4,000 subscribers in like no time, so that says a lot. So looking forward to that. So until next week, we will be back on our Wednesday slot. We should be okay for Wednesday next week. If not, we will follow us on Twitter. Make sure you're following Mike. Make sure you're following Mike Harold and also Carlos and myself. I usually broadcast what the schedule is, but we should be on Wednesday, back to our time. And again, I thank you very much for all your support. Until next week, take care.
See ya.